morning, RedHawks Nation, and these are your Rosenart School morning announcements. I'm your host, AJ Peters.
And I'm Rick McCreasy. You may remember me from such R360 features as the RedHawks Top 10, Play Number 9, no big deal.
Welcome to Friday, April 5th. It's day 5 on the school calendar. Thank you to the group of grade 10 to 12 students from Miss Sharpenberg's trip to Kenya for that wonderful rendition of O Canada.
The grade 3, 4s, and 9, 12s have intramurals today. And please note that for high school track and field athletes, there is a short meeting in Mr. Dueck's room at 12:30 today.
Badminton action for last night's senior mixed team of Josanna and Jonasel and Mitchell was interesting and breathtaking. First game nerves and competition ended in a loss of 14-21 to a team of W.C. Miller. Stronger rallies and strategies saw them over Elm Creek, but they followed up a loss to the strong team from GVC.
The tournament could not be finished as the school was evacuated shortly before their last game. Air quality due to the malfunction in the furnace set the alarms for the CO carbon monoxide detectors. No worries, though all people got out safely.
It's a final weekend for the school hockey pool. The grade 3-4s are closing the gap on the grade 9s on the back of a massive 16-point effort last night. It's looking like a good old-fashioned barn burner.
It sure is, AJ. It'll be exciting to see which class takes home the trophy and earns the pizza party.
Yeah. Congratulations to this week's Red Hawk of the Week, Carolina in grade 5.
Woo!
Carolina has always a smile to share, and she's nominated for Red Hawk of the Week by a few of her classmates.
They say Carolina is kind and has good heart, that she is always willing to help, and that she is a wonderful friend. One of her classmates says that Carolina is such a fun person to be with, and she has an amazing smile.
It's Feature Friday today. As many of you have seen, Mr. Hopper's grade 5-6 classroom was in a state of turmoil this last month, even more so than usual.
Yes, our reports tell us that a crime was committed late in February, and the 5-6 students had to work together, use their detective skills, and catch the perpetrator themselves. We have the full story here in today's Feature Friday.
Early in the morning of February 26th, a peculiar power outage occurred just before the start of the school day. A select few staff were in the building before it was declared closed. The next day, I arrived to find that our class mascot, my pink My Little Pony, had been stolen from my desk, as well as my secret stash of candy. The class was thrown into disarray by the thief, who left all manner of clues, riddles, and puzzles behind to taunt me and my students. We wasted no time in gathering the evidence together for analysis. We discovered ransom notes, hair samples, and misplaced items. From there, we gathered a list of names of people who were in the building the day of the power outage. We studied their personalities and tried to guess the reason why anyone would lash out at Mr. Hopper, the nicest and most handsome male teacher in the building. In the middle of our investigation, another ransom note was found, demanding the last of Mr. Hopper's lollipop stash. We organized a drop-off, but the lollipops were gone before we could discover the identity of the thief. Then, when all hope was lost, our mastermind made a critical mistake. A select few staff were walking around the school facilities with lollipops in their mouths. The hunt was back on again. We finally determined our best course of action was to interrogate our key suspects.
Good morning, all. In late February, during a storm, the grade 5-6A class were victims to a horrible crime. Someone broke into the classroom and stole Mr. Hopper's class pet, our beloved Pony Ryan, as well as a large stash of candy. The Rosenart School Police Department immediately got to work analyzing clues and investigating potential suspects.
Well, that's a good question. I like all candy. Like, I love candy.
What's your favorite?
Man, as long as the candy's free, it doesn't really matter to me.
Where'd you get the suckers that were in your mouth?
I don't remember having a sucker in my mouth.
Well, why would I steal anything? Like,
Why wouldn't you?
what would be the reason I would steal candy or your mascot? There would be no reason, and I'm not sure why you're asking me those things.
Handwritten J, or just part of the alphabet, including a J. T's, J's.
Handwriting?
Yep.
What is this, 1995?
You should be probably thinking about someone like your math teacher, maybe, who sits here all the time and knows where everything is.
To tell you the truth, Mr. Waldner did ask me to go to the junior computer lab and get some suckers. I didn't know why. I brought them to him, and he said that I could have a sucker as a reward for doing a good job.
Late yesterday morning, March 19th, after being presented with condemning evidence, our principal, Jerry Waldner, confessed to the crimes. His accomplice, Mr. Kennelson, has been acquitted due to pressuring into assisting the boss man. Mr. Waldner will now be subject to investigation by special counsel headed by Robert Mueller for potential obstruction of justice. He has declined to comment at this point. I guess you could say he's feeling a little hoarse.
Okay, thank you. You're still my favorite class.
And finally, a very happy birthday wish going out to Eva Wheeler today and Tristan Manning for tomorrow.
Hey, isn't Tristan Manning one of those Manning duo scenes that we saw?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, right. That's all for morning announcements from all of us at the RC60 Newsroom. Have a great day.
Good job, you guys. That's awesome. Nice work.